We are currently at the Diamond Level 3 certification course where Adam, Anna, myself, we get together with people and they're taking the last step of being certified to do solution-focused brief therapy, the Diamond approach, the way Adam and I have developed it. And one of the things that we were talking about is how important it is when you're working with a client to have a good, usable, desired outcome. And we started talking about what a desired outcome was. And we used to refer to this as the best hopes. But we realized that even though we ask the best hopes question, we don't want to describe this phase of therapy as the best hopes phase. It's really the desired outcome phase. And even more than that, it's like what your heart most desires phase. Because you have to think about when you're engaged in a conversation, when you're engaged in a task, to help you achieve something that your heart really, really craves, your capability to achieve that thing goes way up. Your ability to endure hardships towards achieving that thing, whatever it is, goes way up. And I think a lot of times when people struggle to use solution-focused brief therapy, and trust me, I get email after email after email from people saying, does it work with X, Y, or Z problem? Or how do I do it with A, B, or C issue? The core of that is you have to have a desired outcome that the client wants so deep in their heart and soul, they're willing to do anything to get there. They're willing to endure anything to achieve it. That's the point of this process of therapy. It's not about finding a goal. It's not about talking about what the client wants. It's about talking about what the client wants so deep in their heart and soul. Because once you identify that, then the client is willing to engage in hard conversations to manifest it, and they're willing to make really hard choices in their life to achieve it. Over the years, I've been working with clients, and I think about some of these clients. One of the most incredible situations I ever saw was this client was in sales and he hated his job, but he made a ton of money to provide for his family. And I asked him, how does he do this thing that he hates for as many years as he has to make the kind of money be successful as he has? And as a business person, he was incredibly successful, but truly, genuinely hated this job. And he said sales is like the worst, and he's an introvert, and he gets all this anxiety. And I asked him, how do you do this? And he said, every time I pull up to one of the offices where I'm gonna be trying to make sales, I sit in my parking lot and I tell myself, whatever is on the other side of that door is not nearly as bad as going home and telling my family that I failed and I can't provide for them. And as he told me that in the office, he was weeping. And that's an example of what I mean. He is willing to endure hardship because the outcome he wants is to be a good provider for his family. You've got to find that thing when you're working with your clients in order to achieve any expectation of change. In order to achieve anything that would make a difference in your client's life, you have to know what's that thing you're willing to do anything for. People always say to me, like, Elliot, you say solution-focused brief therapy can work with any client with any problem, and that's true, and there's actually research to support that. But then they get mad at me, there's no cookie-cutter approach. And I agree, there are no cookie-cutter approaches. What I'm actually saying is your language in each session is different, and your unique client in each session will have a unique thing that they're willing to do anything to achieve. Your job is to engage your client into a conversation where they are describing that thing in great detail and are willing to make some changes in their life to have that happen. That's the core of solution-focused brief therapy. And if you are ever struggling with your clients, I want you to understand the most likely thing contributing to the struggle is you don't have a desired outcome that your client is willing to do anything and go through anything to achieve.